We got a thumbs up.
Yep.
I see a thumbs up. Happy St. Patrick's Day show.
Woohoo!
Not So Tender podcast number 33.
Yay!
St. Patrick's Day show. Do you like St. Patrick's Day?
As much as any other half holiday.
I don't. This feels like a real holiday to me.
I don't know. When I was younger, it was just an excuse to drink kegs and eggs and then drink all day long. All day long. I have a lot of clients that are like,
gotta go hard.
They have plans. They're anxious. They're
Really?
worked up.
They're ready to make some bad decisions.
Apparently, it's like midnight to midnight.
What?
Midnight to midnight.
Do you think that the Plan B pills go up?
Oh, yeah.
How many are getting
They
bought
should
Monday
boost
morning?
the cost. They should
Green ones. They should just hand out green ones.
Green. Oh, and like a bowl.
Yeah.
No, apparently, and there's like, did you know or have you ever heard of them like designating a different day to drink? That like in celebration of St. Patty's Day, but we're going to do it this day?
No.
I didn't know that was a thing either.
I grew up on a place called Irish Mountain in West Virginia, though.
Oh, yeah?
For real.
Did they celebrate St. Patty's Day?
They drink every day, so I think they just...
Did they put food coloring in it?
Nope. They just drink a lot. I think they've calmed down in their older age.
Well, I had questions for my clients. I'm like, can you sleep?
Why?
Because there's not a day ever in my existence that I would be able to drink that consistently
Like
all day and not sleep.
No.
She was like, yeah, you can sleep. I was like, then I guess I don't understand. She's like, do you want to not sleep? And I was like, no, I just don't understand the point. It's like midnight tonight. They start.
Really?
Drink as late as they can, and then I suppose fall asleep, and then wake up and rally.
Just go.
Drink again.
Wow.
Eggs and eggs.
Listening to you too, just getting crazy. With or without you.
I will be in bed.
How was your week?
Busy. It was busy. I was tired this week.
Time change. Everybody says it's a time change.
I don't think it was the time change.
No?
No, I think I was just busy. I've been adjusting my schedule a little bit to try. I talked about that last episode. Try to get some days off.
Apparently I'm tired. I'm yawning over here.
I know.
Nobody ever knows what time we film these.
No.
Today's actually reasonable. I had an early day. Had a nice client today. She's a senior in high school.
Yeah?
Yeah, she was super sweet. I've known her parents for a long time.
Mm.
And she was well put together. She starts Kent State this year.
Mm-hmm.
So, pretty excited for her. She sounds like she's really excited for it.
Yeah, good.
Super cool, right?
Yeah.
Is everybody getting ready for spring? Are they getting spring fever?
Yeah, everybody's mood is starting to pick up just because of the weather, and it's spring here, and yeah, it's springish.
Yeah,
it's kind of like spring, right?
Yeah.
So everybody's mood's starting to pick up. Some people are starting to fight again. They kind of like were fighting a lot around the holidays, and then they kind of fell into that like depressive winter thing.
Yeah.
Now the weather's nice, and they're like trying to set goals. It's very similar to like New Year's. Remember how I said like everybody's like super driven? It's kind of like that, only now they're button heads because they have their taxes back. They're trying to decide what
to purchase.
She wants to like go on vacation.
He wants a new lawnmower.
Or like to put a roof on or
That's the thing.
Yeah. People are bickering quite a bit. It's funny. So a few of my couples, each individual is starting to get a little mouthy.
With you or with everybody?
Just in session. They're finding their voice, and I think it's hilarious.
Because they're like, I'm going to say fuck as much as I want.
Well, no, they're just like, I don't think that's true. You need to be transparent when we're meeting with Kelly. And I'm like, get her.
Kelly said we should have sex.
Yeah. Kelly's, they've used that.
Kelly said we should fuck.
Right. No, they'll be like, I just feel
Kelly
like.
Kelly said we should fuck.
So
if you want to fuck, call 234-200-5949.
Change what you said. If you want to fuck, call this number. If you want permission, if you want advice.
Yeah. Jeez.
That says go ahead and do that. No, it is. It's just getting a little spicy sometimes that they're like.
They're learning the lingo.
She'll talk and then they'll be like, I don't think that's factual. And I think like you're giving her the wrong impression. And I'm like, why don't you tell me more about your experience?
I like it.
It makes me laugh.
I had a client. He hasn't dated in 2 years and he's a single dad. And he's trying to get back out there, and he was talking, and you know, I have friends that are going through that, and we were talking about it, and he goes, these girls on a dating site, he goes, dude, it's crazy the way they present themselves. I'm like, well, listen to them when they talk. Listen to them. Like, when people are talking, they're telling you who they are.
Yeah, don't ignore it.
You know, and he goes, we were talking, I go, does every girl just put, you know, my kids come first, single mom, my kids come first.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh my God, if I showed you, every woman says, I put my kids first. I go, could you imagine going to a job and going, hey, you're always going to be in the position you're in. You're never going to get a raise. You're never going to get a promotion. You're just going to kind of stay here. Like, okay, I got to ask this before we start our topic.
Good.
Because I have to ask your opinion.
This topic. Go for it.
Do you think people do that because they want to just present that because they want to think they're a good parent? And like,
yes.
Is that why they're doing it?
Yes.
Okay.
I was going to say, if they say my kids will always come first.
Right. So you know what I told him?
I almost believe them less.
Yes. You know what I told him? I said, I get it. My hot water tank comes first. And he goes, what? I go, I'm going to start telling everybody that. My hot water tank comes first. And he goes, what do you mean? I go, well, if my hot water tank exploded in my fucking house before I had to tattoo you, I would call you and go, hey, dude.
That's fair.
I can't fucking make it, or I'm going to have to make it later. Or do you want to give me a hand cleaning this the fuck up? No one would ever lead with that, right?
No.
Then why in the fuck?
Yeah, no,
if you were on a dating site.
I agree. It's weird.
Talk about dating. Talk about, like, but here's what's ready. I'm going to say this. I'm always going to put my mom before you. Do you think any woman would be okay with that?
No.
Okay.
Ever.
So
Never.
Explain to me how this logic works. Is this girl logic only, or is this guy logic too? Or is it just bad logic?
No, I feel like there is logic behind it, because there are people who in reality expect the opposite. So if we have a date coming up on Friday, it's Thursday, and my kids are sick, I have to cancel because my kids are sick.
We would cancel if we were married.
I know. But some people really do get upset about that. Yeah. My babysitter canceled. That's maybe a better one. My babysitter canceled, and now we can't. Yeah. And they're like, well, you don't have another babysitter? Like, there's not, like, you know.
I just hand my kids out to people.
All the time.
So is that thing just like projecting that out, so that's what you want to think you are? Like, is it a bragging thing?
I think that it's something that you say to try to set firm boundaries. If I was being on the positive side, like, I'm trying to set a firm boundary now because I don't want to get shit. Okay. When you want to come over at 2:00 in the morning and my kids are here, that's not happening. To me, it's the same thing as when a guy will look at a girl and be like, just let you know, I'm a fucking mess. I'll disappoint you. You know, when they start that shit. You'd be better off without me. Right. I'm gonna fuck up. I'm not perfect. Yeah. It's like that. I'm not perfect. So a woman or a man could justify that my kids come first. And people are like, well, dude, your kids should always come first. I'm like, well, that's not true. It's not true. It's not true. Anybody whose needs are in that room are needed, then you kind of tend to them. I don't care who it is, whether it's your grandmother, your aunt, or your dog. I'm trying to figure it right, yeah. Okay. I never go, my fucking dogs come first. No shit. I got to go home and let my dog out. No, if my daughter skinned her knee and my dog is choking. Yeah, fuck the knee. You'll be fine. I mean, no, not to be an asshole. Right? You're always going to pick your dog. Well, my dog's perfect. I know, mine too. I got my dog fixed on Monday. Yeah. How is he? Great. Of course he's great. I mean, he's got to have that like inflatable thing around his neck. Oh, you bought him a donut? Well, yeah, instead of the cone. Yeah. They're too big. For his little. He's teeny tiny. 17.6 pounds. That's it. I need to see recent pictures. No, my dog is the cutest thing in the world. Yeah. I love it. My daughter could break her finger and I'd be like, 1 second. Yeah. Let me feed them. I get it. So you should always lead with my dogs come first. My dogs come first. Kids are a firm second. Yeah. It's like when you hear somebody go, I like animals more than people. I just walk out of the room. They look at me like, what are you doing? I'm like, no. I don't know how to have a conversation. I'm going to go grab my dog. Who hurt you? You must hang out with the worst people in the world. Like, I love my dog, but I love you guys. You know what I mean? Like, we can have all of it. No, he's not here. He's at home, I would imagine. Yeah, but when that guy was talking about it, he's like, well, you should put your kids first. I go, what does that even mean? And he couldn't explain it. I go, stop saying things you can't explain. It's true. Stop. It's true. We were just talking about that. I hate that stuff.
Ugh.
Why do you even say that? It doesn't matter. Say that when it matters. So if you have to cancel because your babysitter canceled and the dude gets all upset about it, then you might have to say, like, I don't have another options. I have to put my kids first. I cannot leave them by themselves.
So here's what's funny. Do they lead with, hey, I'm probably not going to fuck you because you left your socks in the fucking bathroom? Because you know what I mean? Like, if you don't do something right, like, they don't lead with that.
Sure. No, I think all of that is bullshit. I've heard so many different things. My job comes first. My job is very important to me.
My daughter freaked out her friends by saying, when they're like, my kids comes first. And you know what I'm saying? She goes, no, I come first, then my husband, and then my children.
It's fair.
No, if they're needing something, that doesn't, it's the same thing.
It ebbs and flows.
Yes, but as a
priority-wise, I have to take care of myself.
Yeah.
Then my husband is my person. Yeah, he has to be good.
Of all this.
Right, yeah. He's my partner.
Yeah, and whatever your situation,
have to be good.
you know.
I know.
All right, well, leading up to this, before you get to that point, you got to start here.
Da, 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 da.
So, the luck of the Irish. The fuck of the Irish.
The fuck of the Irish.
Yeah.
Well, we went from Mormons to Irish.
Soaking to poking. Soaking to poking.
Pot of gold. That's what we're going to talk about today.
Honey dip. Yeah. Honey pot. Amen.
Pot of gold.
Kelly.
Yeah.
What's our subject today?
How to get lucky for St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, shit.
Woohoo!
I did play the lottery.
Oh, did you? I wish there was a rainbow. Have you ever tried to follow a rainbow? Ever?
No, I have two
Even
gay
with
kids.
Your girl,
I'm good.
You know, the pot of gold's at your house. The rainbow just ends there.
Look at my gnome here. Represent.
Nope. How to get lucky for St. Patrick's Day is the topic of the hour. We had talked about it. I have a bunch of single clients right now that are going through hell. All the girls are like, do guys have this? All the guys have this. Guys are experiencing just as crazy shit as what the girls are. But this is how to get lucky. So how to make an intimate connection and potentially get lucky for St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, get some sex.
Yeah.
It improves your mood. Kelly does say. Counselor Kelly does often say, just have sex.
That's the gold.
Have sex.
Yeah, Kelly said, time fuck.
I do. Our therapist said.
I know. Kelly said we should have sex.
It comes up a lot.
Kelly said we should have sex.
We should try. We should try to have sex. Just do it. But I always buffer with, if you both want to. This is not like try to get to a place where you both want to have sex. And that's what we're talking.
Listen, I had a lady talking about that, and she's like, just about having sex with her dude. You know what I mean? And it wasn't graphic because we're not having that conversation. I go, so let me get this right. You're going to break up with your dude, and then you're going to fuck every other guy on Tinder that's going to be horrible at it.
Yes.
He's not going to know your body the way your dude knows your body. And you're going to just end up back at square one.
Yes. He might be the only person that gives a shit if you get off.
Yeah. Yeah.
He probably feels like he has something to prove. Well, at this point,
or you're a little nicer to him after he does it.
Yeah. He's like, this could benefit us both. Yeah. Tell me.
Please.
Tell me. Yeah. No, all those other guys.
Good luck.
You're going to go through some of these horrible things that are on.
Good luck.
This is the pro list. There's a con list. There's a lot of things that can happen when you have sex with somebody for the first time.
Like what?
Lots of negative things.
Yeah. Marriage.
Babies.
Marriage.
That happens when you have sex for the first time.
Usually starts there.
Not for most people I know. The ratio is heavily skewed the opposite direction.
Know your crowd. Okay. All right. Number 1.
All right. So how to get lucky. Number 1, it says talk to yourself and then talk to your partner.
Talk to yourself.
Talk to yourself.
Looking in the mirror like, I'm going to fuck tonight.
Shadow box in the mirror.
You see with your dick.
So excited. So excited. Boy.
Look at it from the side. Look at it from the back. Look at it from everywhere. Make sure you're looking good.
Stretch. Talk yourself.
Do some stretches. Some squats.
We're talking about communication.
Yeah.
Know your boundaries. Know your expectations.
Do you think you should know why you want to have sex with that person?
Yes, absolutely.
That people don't talk about that.
No.
Like, why do you want to have sex with them?
Right. Because it's been a while. You haven't had sex in a while. But why this person?
A lot comes with it.
Yeah.
when you attach yourself to someone, you can't just like block them. You're still attached to them. They will always have access to you in some form or the other. So when we say talk to yourself, realize, like, do you really know this person? Listen, if you want to just go bang it out and all that.
There's websites for that.
Yeah. That's not messaging them good morning.
Right, yeah, right.
That's none of that.
That's not you don't have to take those people out to dinner.
No.
And those people are some of my friends and family. Like, I mean, you have to be honest about where you're at.
It's like the difference between a restaurant where you have to make reservations or you just walk in.
Yeah, sure. That's
They're
fair.
very different.
That's fair.
You know, you got to get dressed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
So talk to yourself.
Talk to yourself. Know what you expect. Know what you want. Identify what your boundaries are.
Would prefer.
Yeah. Well, or you need to know what you prefer and what's a hard yes and a hard no. If you have hard no's, you need to know those too.
I hope you know what your hard no's are.
Some people think they know what their hard no's are until you're in that moment.
Or presented with something you didn't know existed.
Yeah, right. And now you're
like if you're
on the spot.
If you're out somewhere and they're like, hey, I only have sex in a closet.
I had a client who went on a first date, first hookup, and he wanted to do anal.
Her or him?
Her.
Giving or getting? Don't ever not ask that question, ladies and gentlemen.
No, but she showed up and that's what he tried. Like he shot his shot. Yeah. No discussion. And she was like, what is happening right now? And he was this is what I do.
This is what I do.
This is it. This is what I do. And she was mortified. She's like, this is not what I do.
How'd that work out?
She laughed.
She didn't do it?
No, because he didn't want to do anything else.
Quitter.
He didn't want to do anything else. She didn't want to do his game plan. It's like he showed her the agenda and she was like, I'm not comfortable with anything on that list.
How do you go right to butt stuff?
How do you not have that conversation? When you invite somebody over.
He did. Fair enough.
After he tried to put it in.
Would he just miss?
No.
For you guys that don't know, they're very close to each other and it's dark.
Pretty close proximity. No, he just shot his shot, literally. And she was like, what are you doing? That's the wrong one. And he was like, no, it's not. And she was like, yes, it is.
And he didn't go for a runner-up? Like,
no.
He's like,
no.
He died on that hill?
This is it. This is what I do. And she was like, I don't do that. Not with on a booty call for the first meet. No.
But why do they call it booty call then?
I guess.
Why? I like Kelly. This is when Kelly. Look, this is good comedy right here. I got her. Oh, so good.
Anyway, back to number one.
So if you're getting a booty call, make it specific.
Yes. What are you looking for? What do you want? Does this mean you're automatically in a relationship? Are you in a relationship? Are you not?
Oh.
Is that what this means? Talk.
Yeah.
Talk. Is this a hookup? Where are we? Where do you see this going?
I wouldn't go that hard.
You might.
Kinda.
If that's where you're at, if your opinion is this moves things forward, then you have to talk about that.
Yeah.
Not everybody has that.
No.
Some people are like, no, we were talking the same today that we were yesterday.
But
regardless, right? Regardless of what happens tonight.
Of what you had inside me. Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed. You are still not coming to Thanksgiving. No Netflix password. You are still not getting a key. You are still not meeting my mama. I'm going to family dinner Sunday without you.
I'm not even being friends with you on social media.
I'm not accepting that friend request. You are still going to sit in my inbox.
Literally.
I'm not going to decline you. But
You've been in my box.
You've been in my box. All right. So that's number one. Figure out what you want and why. Number two, practice being intimate without being sexual.
With the person.
with your partner.
This is where you've moved to the next step, not alone. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, you can practice alone if you want.
You should. I feel like exploring your own body is like step A. There's like step A and then step one. Now
I guess it depends on how flexible you are.
I guess.
Twice. That's two, ladies and gentlemen.
Is it the blushing? Is that what gets you?
Is that the win? Just excuse the red light behind you. So say that again.
Practice being intimate without being sexual.
So some dry humping.
No, I have examples. Would you like me to tell them?
Fuck yes, I do, because I'm right to dry humping.
No. Build physical contact and physical comfort in other ways.
Yes.
So try activities where you're in close proximity. Like, I don't know. You have a motorcycle. Having her ride on the back of your motorcycle where you are close and touching and it's not sexual. Things like that.
That's good. What else? Bowling.
Bowling?
Group bowling.
Oh, I was like, what else?
Couples bowling.
Yeah, sure. Putt-putt. Putt-putt.
Were you next to each other?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What else would be next to each other?
Bumper cars.
That sounds dirty.
Rock climbing. You have to be close to each other.
Kind of. What? I guess. I don't know.
Touch each other in the car. You know, it doesn't have to be like this huge, big activity.
Yeah, it's important to build
the
that
movies.
trust.
Watch a movie and like
Do the popcorn
lean
trick?
on each other. What's the popcorn trick?
Where you put a hole in the bottom of the popcorn thing, and she's reaching for the popcorn.
What? And then what?
Where you pee.
Yeah.
Is in there.
Oh.
3, ladies and gentlemen.
I was thinking that popcorn would fall out of the bottom and then she would have to reach in between your legs to grab the popcorn.
Not really. You're kind
No.
of skipping that step. Yeah,
That's
Mike told me
awful.
about it. Mike used to work at a theater.
And that's what he did.
No, he was the projectionist.
He would just cut a big hole.
Mike was a projectionist at an adult theater.
Oh, that's right. I do remember that.
Yeah, he was getting his union because to be in the union, because it's a union job, they put you there
The
first.
Peep Show projector?
Yeah, they put you there first. Yeah, it's a union because you're a film guy.
That's where you start.
So that's where you have to start. Could you imagine like this nice lady wanting to be a...
Listen, I would love that job.
Oh my God.
I would love that job.
Really?
Yes. I would laugh so hard.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to make sure my booth was soundproof. Because
The room was locked.
I bet.
Yeah, the room was locked.
People probably beat on it. Rewind it.
Don't say it like
Rewind.
that. Don't. They definitely beat on it. Yes.
Rewind that. I need that one more time.
Yeah.
I blinked.
Oof.
I was grabbing a towel and I missed it.
Well, we're going to be here a while. All right. So practice being...
physically close to each other. So it says activities that promote physical closeness: cuddle, play, flirt,
Back rub.
hold hands, kiss,
Back rub.
massages. Yeah. Warm up to it. See what it's like to touch them, to be around them in the same physical space.
You ever have somebody touch you and you're just immediately like weirded out?
All the time.
Where are you hanging out?
All the time.
Who's touching you? I will fucking murder you.
I get hugged way more than I would like to.
Yeah, I know that. I feel that.
I'm
not talking about that aspect.
Yeah.
I'm talking about somebody you're like thinking you might be into. No, you're not, because I'm kind of the same way. If I know I like somebody, I kind of dislike them.
Yeah, I either will allow you to touch me or like I'm not getting close enough for you to touch me. First dates are usually like, you're going to sit over there and I'm going to sit over here. Close enough, but on opposite sides. I'm not sitting on the same booth side with you on a first date. Don't touch me. No, not on a first date. I am that person with my husband. We're the ones that make everybody sick because we sit on the same side.
Are you same-siders?
We're same-siders.
That's cute.
Thanks.
I do that to Mike all the time, just to make him uncomfortable. He's like, there's other seats. I go,
not for me.
Mike.
Not
throw
for
me
us.
in the closet.
So yes, before sex, there are lots of things that you can do to kind of build up towards being more comfortable touching.
Make it out.
Yeah, make out.
Make out, a little dry humping.
There you go. This is where the dry humping could come in.
Yeah, that's important.
It's usually a pretty quick slide to sex.
Not for me.
In my experience, there ain't much
With
past
me,
that.
I was like, no.
No.
No, I have some like, I like to really get to know somebody, believe it or not. Like, that's really important to me because, like, dude, it just...
I get it. You like to feel their rhythm. Do you have rhythm or no?
It ends horribly if it does it. You know?
Well, we're going to talk... That's further down the list, guys. Like, how to not make it awkward, or how to make it unawkward. How to avoid that. To take the pressure off. Well...
Or put the mask on.
Or put the mask on.
We're here for everybody.
Maybe do the soft handcuffs, not the police issue.
Yeah, don't get too crazy.
Right. Make sure you know where the key is.
So practice touching each other.
Yes.
Thumb wrestle.
Thumb wrestle. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
That's a good one.
See if they cheat.
Mm-hmm. Put your leg up against their leg. Start small. Like...
Yeah, knees.
Touch knees. Put your arm on his arm. Like, hold hands.
Not straight to the butt stuff.
No, not straight to the... Guys, come on.
Girls, too.
I I'm sure. Also, straight for the butt stuff.
They're freaky. They're dirty little birds.
Dirty birds.
Yep.
Oh no. Ladies.
Have
some class.
Show some couth.
Yes. Show some.
If you don't know what that word is, you need to.
You don't have any couth if you don't know what it is. All right. Number 3. Expect the unexpected. This is probably one of my favorite ones on this list.
Yeah, because you don't know.
You don't know. So it talks about, I put in a blurb about like protection and hygiene. These are what come to mind. Expect the be clean, people. Stay clean.
Carry a knife.
No.
Yeah. That is unexpected.
They
Jay just said like anal on a first date. That's unexpected.
Do things that make yourself feel good. Shower. If you know and are anticipating that you are creeping up to some sort of intimate connection, wash yourself. Wear deodorant. Brush your teeth. Clean your room.
Clean out your refrigerator.
Yes. Clean out the underneath sides of your couch cushions.
Everything.
Take the cushions off and look.
Sweep.
Light a candle.
Right. Bake some Cinnabons.
Keep your body, whatever this means for you, keep your body ready for sex.
You have to be.
You don't know.
You're not a hobo.
No.
Hobos have sex, and I just imagine it's a little funky.
It's probably pretty equal playing field, though.
Might be loving.
I bet it's intimate.
Cancels it out.
Intimate funky and emotional.
Plus funky.
Top priority, warmth.
Yeah.
Friction.
So taking care of yourself or getting yourself ready, but you also feel better. It's like putting on a suit.
Yes. Well, that was the other thing. Like, wear things that make you feel good. Wear your cute underwear. Wear your favorite t-shirt. I don't know. What do you guys wear to feel sexy?
Dude, I have a condom on right now. Ready. Ready. Yes. I'm on a roll. Tell me you're not Irish. Let's fucking go.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Lotion, perfume, whatever makes you feel sexy.
Yeah.
Have that and explore that. Explore that on yourself.
Dudes, too.
Build your confidence. Yes. And then protection. If you know that you're probably going to have sex soon, have protection all of the time. Keep it around.
Yeah.
Don't. Too many people, this goes back to like number 1 of like what your expectations are. I'm going to wear protection. I'm going to use protection. And then you don't have it. And now you're faced with a dilemma.
Do you think more people are more open to that now than when we were younger?
What do you mean?
More open to talking about it. It's not so taboo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're better with it now?
Oh, my God. Buying a condom when you were like a kid, when I was growing up, mortifying.
Yeah.
Mortifying. No, there's like a whole aisle for that at Walmart. Like, I mean, there's a lot of variety. Buy whatever.
Amazon.
Girls, you should have it.
Amazon.
You should have protection.
You don't have to deal with anybody.
That's fair.
Amazon.
Well, I'd have to deal with my mom because they use her Prime. That'd be awkward.
Dude, let me just get on your account for a second. She'd be like, what? Oh, my God.
She would think it was funny, but she would be like, Kelly Elaine.
Be like, it wasn't for me. It was for Thomas. Who's Thomas?
Right.
Mind your business,
Mind your business, woman. Stay in your lane, Mom.
It's not Mother's Day yet. You're not allowed to talk.
Just mind your business. I don't want to ruin the surprise.
So protection. A lot of people, some people have an easy way of talking about that, and some people don't. Some people don't care.
Well, and that goes back to number 1. Like, talk about it ahead of time.
Yeah.
Are you on birth control? Are we using a condom? Are we using a diaphragm?
Like on a car? These people don't know what a diaphragm is. Come on.
Google it. I'm not giving a tutorial.
Do you think because girls started getting things implanted in their arms and things that it like got a little wild for a second?
Yes.
It's kind of crazy. I hear a lot of girls talking about young guys. They're like, they always say, I just want to put a baby in you. I was like, see, that's where it's changed from my generation of men to this generation. So this is what I think happened. Young women act like my generation of men, and young men act like your generation of women are like, I just want a baby from him. Remember how baby crazy all the girls your age were?
We had a baby class.
Right.
Like a classes for teenage girls with babies. Yeah.
Right. But what I'm saying is they were just excited to get a baby.
They wanted to be a mom so bad.
So the boys that were raised by those women, they think that's normal.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. Pull out, boys.
No doubt. No, I have young teenage boys. I'm like, you cannot just pull and pray. Not appropriate.
Well, if you're a good Catholic, you might be able to pull it.
My boys are cute.
They're going to get roped in.
Some girl. That's my worst nightmare.
Maybe that's why that guy just wanted to do butt stuff.
Well, that's what I told her. I did tell my client. I was like, it's a like typical way to like ensure lack of pregnancy. And she's like, I don't care. I brought condoms. Like, be normal.
Then what's the problem? Prude.
Bring protection, men and women.
Dude, I got knives in every pocket. You want to hear a funny story?
And one in the chamber, apparently.
I was hanging out with a lady when I was young in the southern part of the world. And I didn't know that we were going to be doing those sort of things. It just kind of escalated into that. And I asked her, I said, do you have any protection? She goes, I got a gun under the bed. And I was like,
please don't shoot off my dick.
Not what I was fucking.
Jesus.
It was funny. She was funny. It was a joke, but it was funny. But that's not the kind of protection we're talking about.
It is not. Offer a variety and keep it around. Always.
What do you mean offer a variety? Different kinds?
Yeah.
Like what if she's got latex allergies? What if you have latex allergies? Yeah.
Size matters.
Whoa.
They make different ones for different sizes.
You mean if you have a really small penis?
Yeah, you can't show up with magnums only and then he gets there and he's like, whoop, they just like fall off on the ground. That's embarrassing.
That a thing?
Yes.
I've never slept with dudes.
Yes.
I'm not going to start either. I'm just,
Yes.
Well, I'm going to say if you're working with that, you should probably bring your own fucking
You should
tools.
probably, yes.
Right?
He should. But if things get elevated, you both should have...
those little ones. Just have those. Could you imagine but listen, as prepared as you're trying to be, as like, say you're a well-adjusted woman and you're like proper and you have this whole assortment of different size condoms. Do you imagine how fucking mind fuckery that would be for a man? He'd be like this. What the fuck is going on here? You have a whole fucking aisle in your bathroom of this shit?
So many girls in my professional life or my personal life are like, I'm afraid I'm going to look like a hoe.
Yeah, because you're being a hoe.
And no. Then talk about it ahead of time. If not, you have to say like they're in the bathroom under the cabinet and then he'll pull it out and you'll see your little tampon and pad assortment basket and your sex basket. And he'll do that with what he wants.
Listen. You should go on Amazon and get an assortment pack and be like this. Yeah. Listen, I didn't know what was going on.
I didn't know. I didn't want to make you feel uncomfortable, so I just got a kit.
What is this? Fucking Golden Corral?
Good sewing kit. Sex kit.
Oh my God.
Menstrual kit. Gauze bandages. They're all in little boxes underneath there.
Smelling salts.
She's just and she's like, you do with that.
I'm going to put together a kit.
I'll be out here. Me too. Can we do that? We'll raffle it off.
With fucked up shit in it. Smelling salts. In case they pass out. I like it.
Ammonia or whatever that is.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Iodine.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Universal keys. Just in case.
Like at the airport where they get into your baggage?
Yeah.
Neat.
For handcuffs.
Next.
Okay. Keep it clean and simple. So this is mainly just like be sober. When I was doing my research, a lot of things was like your first time with your new partner.
Do you want me to be honest? In my life, I've had situations where I was, when I was younger, I was out with somebody that we were drinking pretty hard, and it was getting pretty elevated as far as physical contact. And I was like, hey. Nah, I need you to be sober for this.
Yeah, not today.
I need you to remember all of this disappointment. Yep. You know what I mean? I don't want you to think that this was better.
I don't want you calling your girls tomorrow and be like, this is the best sex I ever had. Yeah. And then round 2.
You're like, what the fuck? Exactly.
Disappointment. He wants to be consistent.
100%.
No.
And I need you to sign a consent form.
Listen.
NDA.
That's what I'm gonna document, draw one up for my boys.
Yeah.
I'm going to wear these things. In worst case scenario, you're going to do these things and you're not allowed to discuss
So being sober, you can have a little bit of a light buzz.
I said be sober, but then I put like enough to be present.
If you're blacking out or you don't, listen, if you can't drive home, you shouldn't be fucking someone.
That's fair.
Is that easy enough?
That's fair.
I think that's fine.
If you can pass a breathalyzer?
Well, let's drive home. Let's just say drive home. You know what I'm talking about. Maybe
enough to be present.
If you wouldn't do
enough
it in front of your grandma, you're not sober enough to be around your grandma.
That's fair.
My grandma's dead, so that's I could be blackout drunk.
If you wouldn't have that kind of sex in front of your grandma,
if you can't fuck in front of your grandma,
what are you even doing?
Are you even fucking?
Are you even fucking?
Jesus.
So be present or be sober enough to be present. Disconnect from the rest of the world. Turn off your phones.
Ooh, listen.
Turn it off.
Listen.
Don't put it on that tripod.
Well, I mean, that's different. If you're using your phone, that's different because you want to document it. Do you think you should document the first time you have sex?
No.
Go over the footage.
No. Can you imagine if she turned on or she showed up and he tried to put it in her butt while the cell phone was propped up in the corner?
Bloopers.
No.
Blooper film.
Blooper film. No. No phones. So turn it off.
And I think that's a huge thing in general in life. Like when you're like, I learned that valuable lesson in the last year. Like when you're with your person, man, turn that fucking TV off sometimes.
Yes.
Turn that fucking phone off.
You want to play YouTube on the TV?
Even then.
Like a song
Even
or
then.
something.
Even then. Sit in your fucking silence.
Listen to her noises.
Make it weird.
Make
Listen to that weird breathing. No, you can play some music. What kind of music do you play?
For what?
Baby making music? Like Pony by Genuine?
Obviously. No, like the Beach Boys. Beach Boys. That puts me in No. That's such a weird, intimate question to ask on the air. Look, now I'm blushing for real.
What's the song? What's the jam? What's your baby making music?
No, I don't make babies anymore.
If you know you got your good underwear on, what music you got your Cinnabons making in the oven?
Honest to God, if I were to look something up, I have and would just type in like sex music on YouTube. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Boys, look up sex music and see the first 5 songs, please.
Scroll through a playlist. Turn on something.
Sex music.
Sex music.
Huh.
Sex making music.
Play some Maxwell, ladies and gentlemen.
The Weeknd comes up a lot.
The Weeknd, some sex music
that
for
comes up on every playlist. It's like number 1 or 2 is The Weeknd. Like,
yeah, The Weeknd's got it. Maxwell's got it.
I don't like when I have clicked on sex lists, like sex playlists, when they like have like the fire crackling in the background.
Like
no, I don't like that. And it's like all but classical
it's like your grandma's
music.
Again.
And I'm like, I don't want to have sex on a bearskin rug on the carpet in front of this with like the romantic. That's not my thing. Since you asked, thanks. What about you?
I don't know if I have any sex music. I like it real awkward and quiet.
Part of it's your tism.
Probably. I don't.
You're like, I want to stare into your eyeballs.
I want you to be present.
I want you to stare at me.
I want to be present.
I want to hear all of the noises.
Yeah, I don't know.
No phones, everybody.
Unless you're filming it.
Unless you're filming it. Jesus Christ. Ask for permission.
Why? I'm joking. I said I already signed a consent form,
That's
Kelly.
True.
Jeez. I own rights to this forever.
What number are we on? 5? I don't even know how many there are. There are 8. All right, number 5.
You're still thinking about that jam? You're still thinking about The Weeknd?
I can't. I'm sweating.
It's a good show today, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
These aren't gnomes. These are butt plugs.
Oh, my God.
Just saying. If you want to buy some of these gnome butt plugs, it's 234-200-5949.
You know, when you asked me to make a list and this is what we decided, I was so certain that this topic would make you uncomfortable. I was like, he'll just make jokes the whole time.
I got a new jacket.
I got a new shirt.
It was a gift.
Ta-da!
Isn't it a good gift?
I like it.
Couldn't have found one better for me. I love it.
It's perfect. Is it gray or is it green?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a fine line between gray and green, just like my motorcycle.
Okay. All right. Number 5. Remember that you're wanted.
Yeah.
They want to do this. That's why they're here.
So knowing that you're wanted, a lot of people struggle with that in general in relationships. Like I told a guy, he's like, I just don't know if the girl likes that. I go, does she answer you back? Does she text you? And he goes, yeah. I go, then she likes you.
And this is number 5. If you're doing all of these other things,
yeah,
they're interested.
Yeah, but here's the other thing you have to remember too. If somebody changes their mind midway, or they decide like, hey, this is making me, I'm just feeling, can we just slow down?
Yes.
You kind of got to follow their rhythm. Whoever
Yes.
is setting the pace, and it can flip.
Yeah.
You gotta
Most of the
listen to those
websites
people.
that I looked at was like, she should lead and then he should follow. And then but it's different. That's why I didn't even put it. I was like, there's so many variables that matter.
Yeah, I've never dated a boy. I've never, I don't have any experience with that.
Yeah.
I mean, are guys real grabby and real? I'm sure you're going to say some of them and not
During
some of them.
sex specifically,
No,
or like in
just
life?
To initiate sex. In your lifetime, I'm not trying to get too much in your business, but we're always in our business.
My hubby, all the time.
No. Before, what I'm saying is, when you were dating, before
Sure.
you were married,
Mhm.
and you would date someone,
Mhm.
how aggressive would the guy be? Would he let you know that he wanted to have sex with you?
Yes.
How would he do that, if you don't mind me asking this? I'm not trying to be too...
No, I mean, we
I'm trying to
would.
protect the innocent.
There's usually, I think a lot of men that I've dated have kind of used humor to lighten the mood.
Like, if I was to trip and fall and be in your mouth, like, is that okay? Like that? No.
It's like, imagine like those like rom-com things, right? Where she's eating the hot dog and he makes like a funny joke, right? Like little things like that they let me know that sex is on their mind. Okay. If I don't shut it down and shame them for that joke, at least there are people who would, that like, that's inappropriate.
Yeah, knock it off.
Right. I don't think that's funny. I'm a lady.
I'm
Treat
just
me
here
with
for
respect.
lunch.
It's just a hot dog.
Not
you
dick.
sicko.
Sicko, what's wrong with you?
Who would you say that
I'll
to?
pray for
you
you.
talk to your grandma with that? You kiss your grandma?
Like, maybe. This is how she eats a hot dog.
Maybe. But then when you hold hands and you kiss and you make out, and if it starts to go
Okay, let
certain
me ask
ways.
this question, because we're going to go even harder. You know who I wish was here today?
Mindy.
God.
She'd be phenomenal. Mindy!
Jeez.
Mindy!
We should FaceTime her. So listen.
I texted her on my way here. She didn't answer.
Damn her. We need you, Mindy. Who makes the first move in the southern region with a hand? I know that's a very graphic question. I tried to put it as nice as I could.
Generally speaking, I don't think that's a thing.
Okay, with you, is it usually you're like, it's me, Thomas. I'm always picking up the sausages. No, I'm saying in your life, or even talking to girls, like your friends. I'm not. I'm trying to do this as
generally
because
speaking.
I think.
So
Hold on. This is why I'm asking this question. I think there's a lot of men
who
that
don't
are
know.
so afraid to fucking make a girl feel. Listen, me. I am
Terrified.
so afraid to make a girl uncomfortable because I grew up with all my friends being girls, telling me how uncomfortable that dudes. They like. Billy was all over me. He was like an octopus, and it made me so uncomfortable. And I saw the fear, and then she would share her story. Then she would share her story, and I was like this. I never want to make a girl feel like that. And I would literally, as a young man, have girls like, do you even like me? I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
You haven't tried to do... I was like, I didn't fucking know we were at that,
Yeah.
This is why I'm asking this.
Generally speaking, so I will pull more from the women in my life.
Right.
It is usually, the progression is usually his hand on her top over the clothes.
And
her hand down on his...
Because that's the green light.
Yes.
Do you know my
over
old
top
joke?
of the clothes.
Here's my old joke. You have to touch it twice before I have a green light.
There you go.
Because the first time might be an accident.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a good rule.
That's the Thomas rule.
That's a good rule.
Call
you have to touch it twice.
234-200-5949 to hear any other rules you want to hear.
Thomas, that is a good rule.
Is that a good one?
Yeah. You have to touch it twice before I'm going to move forward with anything.
Yeah. Then it's on.
Good rule.
Then it's on.
Yep.
No tap backs.
No takesies, backsies.
So is that... Because I'm telling you, girls just assume that guys want to fuck anything moving. And there are a lot of guys like that. Actually, I don't think there's a lot of guys like that. I think there used to be a lot of guys like that because that was
fair.
acceptable.
That's fair.
But I'm telling you right now, the men that I hang out with, they're reasonable men who like want to reasonably respect a woman. You know what I mean? Like not make her feel uncomfortable.
Right.
And dude, we're still men, but we all have daughters. We all have mamas we love. Like, granted, once that green light's on, I don't look at you in that
Right.
same, you know what I mean? That's a very specific moment of that.
Right.
But to get to there, you guys got to, it's like.
I think that there are still a decent amount of assumptions. If things are going in that way, most women, I'm going to be a little arrogant, most women are pretty sure they could have sex if they want to.
Well, as they should.
Right.
Honey Boo Boo's mom's getting it.
We can all, we here today could assume that most women, if they're initiating, they could have sex.
Yeah.
They're also
not always.
Most women. Yeah. If you are in some sort of, if we're having this conversation.
Yeah.
Because we're interested and we're seeing each other in any capacity, regardless of the verbiage. Probably. Yeah. Pretty strong chances. There's also a pretty strong chance that he wants to, or that he would.
Yeah.
If you initiated. So all of the pressure, number 3, or number, what is this, 6? Number 6. That was 5. Oh. 1, 2, I didn't number them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is slow down and don't be afraid to speak up.
Ooh, yeah.
We're all on the same page. If you guys are doing these things pretty close to in order,
yeah,
you've already had the conversation. You already had the conversation about
dirty talk, the
protection, health, hygiene, what you're into, what you're not.
Except for your friend.
Except for my friend.
She found out she was not into that.
My client. That was my client. So keep your boundaries in mind. I put share your wins. Because most websites that I was looking for like inspiration, it was like, it's okay to tell them what you like. You don't have to say, a lot of them were like, tell them how to pleasure you or what has worked in the past.
Fuck off. That's what any guy wants to hear. Look, I'm a pretty, I'm not a super self-conscious human. I'm pretty, sure. I'm pretty comfortable in my own fucking skin.
So if she was like, do this, you would not like that?
Listen, not off the, if we're in the middle of it and listen, just move somebody's hand a certain way.
There you go.
Or use your body language. But if you're giving me a fucking tutorial.
Scoot.
That happened to my buddy. He was dating this girl and she came over to make out and she's like, I'm not like this. I don't really do this. And next thing you know, she's on top of him trying to eat his fucking face off. And he said something like she tried to kiss him or he tried to kiss him. She goes, more tongue. And he's like,
oh.
And then less tongue. And he's like this. He goes, get, stop. And he goes, I've been making out for a long time. I have never had anybody. And it freaked him the fuck out.
Made him a little self-conscious.
No, it just was stupid. Let's just call it what it is. If somebody's doing that, you're going to be so fucking problematic in my life. Fuck you. It's fuck off. Just go home. Go the fuck home. Go. You're dumb.
What if you don't like what they're doing?
Stop it. Listen,
Thomas, I've had those experiences.
You ever made out with somebody?
Yes.
Okay. Do you ever make out with them again?
What do you mean?
Okay.
Do always?
If somebody's a horrible kisser and doing some weird shit, you're done.
I don't.
Okay. Then it doesn't matter. Guess what? If you get a car test drive
one day.
You don't have to buy it. Okay.
He stuck his tongue in and was like, and I was like, what are you doing in my mouth?
You're like,
who has not told you? I did try.
You're a human milkshake.
Yes. How many girls have you kissed? He was in his, I was probably 20. He was 20. How many girls have you kissed and no one has told you?
Not enough.
No one likes this. Please stop it.
Do you know what's fucked up? Some girl might have told him that's what she likes.
Oh my God.
Right?
Poor thing. I tried a couple different times.
Right.
Like my tongue is going to outpower your tongue. We're about to tongue war. Jesus. Tongue wrestle.
Oh my God.
I'll make it real awkward.
Jesus. That gets weird, right?
Stop.
Start slow.
Be slow.
Work up to it.
I would say, like you were saying, if you're uncomfortable, speak up. If something has happened in this moment that you don't like or you're in pain or it doesn't feel good, it happens.
Or somebody's being a little too aggressive.
Yeah.
Or not aggressive enough, I guess.
You're uncomfortable. Yeah. And if you do know what works for you, there is nothing wrong with doing it yourself, guiding them, speaking up a little. You don't have to be like my ex-boyfriend used to do this one thing.
Check this out.
Watch. My late husband used to.
I killed him.
I don't know why I
did this so much. He died.
From Tennessee when I'm having sex, but.
It's your sex lady.
It's my sex.
I listen to Garth Brooks. That's my sex music.
Open the closet. Get out the whatever. Here's the other thing. I've heard this a lot too. People with their first time and all of a sudden somebody pulls out toys without a conversation.
New toys or old toys?
And the conversations that have come up, they were old toys.
Like girl has the old toys.
The girl has her toys.
Imagine if the guy's like, I got these toys. They're like, those aren't in the package.
No, these are mine. Right. The girl had her toys in her nightstand.
Hey, these are new.
She brought them to the party. And he was like, I'm down, but a heads up would have been our first time. He's like, I would like a shot at it to see if I could do it on my own. If I can, and
that's
round
how he was looking at it. I wasn't picking up what you were saying.
Yeah,
I was just like doing the math in my head.
No, she pulled out a vibrator, and he was like,
she's like, I need this to happen.
Yeah, this is the only way I'm getting off is if I use my vibrator. Yeah. If we use my vibrator, and he was like, I don't mind. Have had that experience in my past. Didn't expect it on the first time.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you would give me some grace. Let me give it my best shot before you just pull out the vibrator.
How'd that go? Did it?
She got off and he got off and it was fine. And they don't use it. They were together for a while. They didn't use it every time. I think it was more about her nerves that she was like, there is no way in hell that I am getting off. Yeah. I am nervous and this is about to be a mess. And he was like, I rose to the occasion. Do you think guys
care?
About what?
If a girl gets off? I'm sure that's tentative to that person.
Yeah, I would. Most guys that I know are very self-conscious about if it's a thing or not. Like if they can, they want to.
Yeah.
Unless they've had some woman that is like, I've never gotten off. Don't worry about it.
Is that a real thing?
I've heard tale. Those are the ones that I'm like, wherever she got her vibrator, send her the link because she needs to get off.
Well, not just that. Like, I think if a girl isn't comfortable with her own body, that she even understands what it means to get off on her own or anything like that, I think she would really struggle with someone else.
Listen.
And here's the other thing. Let's just get real for a second. I'm sure you could attest to women's conversations probably more than me because you've had more conversations with women about them having sex than me. I don't think a lot of guys give a girl enough time to even remotely get to that point. Is that fair?
You have to warm up the engine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like, it is for a lot of women. For some women, they know the things. It is if we can accomplish these three things, like I'll be fine. Right. Like do these three things. Other women can get there, but it's a lot about like their mental status.
Yeah.
They need like their kids can't be anywhere. The dogs have to be in the crate. Everything has to be, they need to be able to like fully relax, get out of their own head.
Yeah.
And I do think I think it can be hard for some women to get there.
Well, it's got to be hard just to do it, Kelly. It's got to be hard just to do it. You know, somebody's got to be hard, at least.
That's true.
So, depending on the amount of time, if a guy, what if you're dealing with a guy that's like 2-pump guy, you know, he's like.
It happens.
Yeah. I feel sorry for those people.
I had a couple that were like, we can't because he doesn't last long enough.
What?
Like they couldn't, they were trying to work on their intimacy and their connection, but that was such a small piece of it. Stop it.
I like she did this. It was such a small
I went like this and I was like, that's not helpful.
You did it.
I know, but as soon as I did it, I was like, it's not about the size, ladies and gents. It's about the duration of the penetration. That was a very small portion of the agenda.
Yeah.
I talk with my hands too much.
So if you have a small portion, 234-200-5949.
Do not. I don't want to see them. You're about to get us dick pics.
Yeah, send Kelly. She's gonna rate them. I'm just kidding. She will fucking murder you. So don't even think about it. We will publicly shame you if you send dick pics. Just let you know, I will send them to your mother.
I saw a TikTok a couple months ago, and I was like, "This is how I would do this if I went back out there somehow." In a dating world where I was getting dick pics, I would start a file folder and just exchange them. If you send me one, I'm sending one back.
Oh, yeah, I would.
I don't know whose.
Like trading cards?
Yeah, like trading cards. Thanks.
Like
here's
pen
mine.
Pals? Dick pals.
Thanks
penis
for the
pals.
picture. I'll add it to my collection. Here's one.
Oh, new penis
Pokemon.
pal. Cool. I'll call them penis pals.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Lord. All right. Remember, this is number 7. Remember, it's not that serious.
No, it's not.
okay.
If you've already made it to this point, you've already got to that point.
There's penetration.
Yeah.
It is. It does not have to be that serious. You can laugh. If this is not going the way that either one of you expected, it's okay. Down. It is okay.
Because a lot of people are really nervous.
Yes. It's more about the experience than the orgasm was the other thing. Yes. But everybody puts the O face on a pedestal. We didn't do it right unless we like achieve this.
Really?
Yes. Lots of men and lots of women struggle if their nerves are involved at all.
How could you, dude? If you're not in the right headspace, you're not in the right headspace. I don't give a fuck what you're doing.
That's another reason why you should keep alcohol out of it or drugs out of it. That affects your ability to orgasm.
Yeah.
People. You'll have time to learn and alter things after this time if it's enjoyable for both parties.
She's not into that. He's not into that.
No.
Try that. Whatever.
At least if the experience was enjoyable.
Yeah, if you still like each other when you're done.
You'll have plenty more shots to shoot.
How many people just want to run?
Afterwards, it happens often because there's so much like intensity behind it.
Or not.
Or
Isn't that weird how it just only
dead
fits
deer,
in a
brother and
spot.
sisters.
And there's like this area and this area, and it literally, the healthy, like comfortable where you really enjoy it only lives like right here, and everything else is like, this is horrible.
Yeah.
And this is too much. You know?
Well, and people talk. That's why it's important to talk to each other because they're going to talk to everybody else.
Yeah.
So like if you're a lights off person and the other one is like all the lights on in the house person.
Surgical light coming down like
headlamp.
Jesus. Look like you're on MASH. Right. What the fuck?
Lights matter. Clothes
Everything matters. Are you
Some
cold?
people are into lingerie. Like some people are just like, I just want to see you naked.
Is your body temperature cold?
Yes.
You know?
Right. Are you trying to have sex with people in the house?
Like watching?
No. Like if you have a roommate. Like I have a couple college students on my caseload and they're like nervous, but they're like, well, I had to invite them over this weekend because my roommate's going out of town. And then after that, they're like, when's it awkward? And I'm like, whenever they're awkward. If they're uncomfortable, that's what matters. If you don't give a shit that your roommate's down the hall.
I'm not going to lie. It fucks with me a little bit when someone's in the house. It does. You know what I mean? It usually ends up being some kind of like abduction kind of sex. You know what I mean? Where it's like real quiet and real weird. You know?
It's real scary.
Well, I mean, it does because it just makes me, and I know it all comes from my like Southern Pentecostal upbringing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it all comes from that weird shit. Mm-hmm. But it does make me uncomfortable.
Well, there's shame.
Well, they call it a private life for a fucking reason. It's private. And if other people know you're doing it, it's not really private, is it?
No, and there's nothing worse than a squeaky bed. Because you can be quiet and you can be quiet, but that bed does not give two fucks.
Listen to me. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a company called Our House that makes wrought iron beds. They're the most indestructible.
They don't squeak.
Well, fuck no.
Send me the link. My bed squeaks and it drives me nuts.
No, there's no squeaking. But they weigh 400 fucking pounds.
That's fine.
They're serious.
It also won't move around.
I wanted a good bed just because I wanted a good bed. You know what I mean? I grew up, my stepdad had a moving company I worked for, and I touched a lot of beds, so I wanted a bed that... Well, I'm saying I moved a lot of furniture.
It's just a weird thing to say.
I know. Well, it's true, though. Like, you know me. I'm very intense about any kind of purchase I make. I'm very thought out about it. And even a bed, like, it was really important to me to have a bed that I thought I could keep for a very long time that was very well made. Because a lot of beds are made like shit.
That's fair.
And that's where you sleep.
We got a new mattress last weekend.
I saw that. How'd that go?
It's glorious.
Yeah? Still squeaks, huh?
Well, we bought a new mattress and a new frame.
So it doesn't squeak?
No, what squeaks is the headboard.
Yeah, just put something behind it.
Oh, Andrew's like I'm going to bolt that bitch to the wall. And like, stop
no,
digging holes in the... I know.
No. Because then you attach it to another part of the house that is stationary that's going to make more noise.
Correct.
I mean, I work in a recording studio, so I understand when sound transfers. Mm-hmm. It wasn't just a sexual sound transfer. How loud do you think it's in a closet? Mike was asking.
It's soundproof.
Only it.
It's soundproof. All right, last one.
Last one on this Saint.
Getting lucky.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. All right. Aftercare.
Oh shit.
I know. This is where all the things fall.
Have an ice pack ready.
everybody's plan falls apart at the end. You should pre-plan. Are you staying over? Am I staying over?
Let's go one other step. Before you get to that, you probably should discuss where he should finish making his deposit.
You were going to ask how you're going to clean up.
You know, I mean, but like, honestly, that's a real question.
Where's it going?
Where is it going?
Regardless. Where is he finishing?
That's a real important question.
Where are you
listen, in the moment, you don't have a lot of time to have that talk.
Listen, that is something that women talk about often.
That
he came on my blank with no conversation.
What do you want him to do with it?
We want you to ask.
How about you? No, it just needs to get
all over me.
Listen,
all over my floor.
Jesus, really?
Yes.
What the fuck's wrong?
All over my bed.
What's better than inside?
It hit me in the face.
You're welcome. Who are you hanging out? Mike's like, can I get these bitches' numbers?
This was more in like high school and college when we were all experiencing new things and guys had no fucks. No fucks to give. Wilding out. Because I am convinced in my head back in college they were like, I blew it on her back, bro. No. She was so pissed. And they're like high-fiving in their kitchen.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think I've ever had anybody mad. Maybe they're mad. Maybe they're talking shit right now.
Maybe they're all watching this and they're like,
on the floor.
I know him.
That's fucking pretty funny.
They just pulled out and
like what? What?
Can I have a towel?
Yeah, clean it up. Swap the deck. So you should probably talk about that.
Where you finish is important. Yes. What you're cleaning up with, I guess we could get real detailed. If you go in my bathroom and grab one of my hand towels.
You wouldn't, man. If it was a good time, you wouldn't care. Be like, I'll wash that shit. I don't care.
If it was a bad time.
Mad.
And you just walk in with it hanging on. It's like
grandma's doily.
Yeah, right.
It's like, handed down 13 generations. It was part of the Oregon Trail. He's using that ancient doily.
Get that off of him. Get it off.
Your great grandmother's rolling over in her fucking grave. She fought off fucking Native Americans and fucking thieves.
I buy Viva paper towels for. They are just like fabric. Go get a paper towel.
Stop
you animal.
Well, so you didn't have that in your kit? You didn't have no baby wipes?
There should be baby wipes in the kit.
Jesus.
But yeah, talk, share, reinforce.
Yeah. I mean,
don't roll over and go home without any sort of anything. Like.
Fist bump.
No.
You know what I like? No. I like the good pat on the ass. Good game.
Good game.
Beat it. Why are you still here?
High five.
Why are you still here?
Right. Ugh, I have to work tomorrow.
Oh my God. It's getting late.
It is late.
So late. Could you imagine?
So you want to call me on your way to work tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'll talk to you then.
I'll warm up your car.
I have to work a little bit. They could be so passive aggressive and be like, I have to work really early, so I'll probably call you at like 7. As in, like, you won't be here. You'll be at your house, so I'll call you at like 7.
I know this. If you're being intimate with somebody, you should feel comfortable enough with them staying at your house. If they can stay inside your vagina or you can be in their vagina, you should feel comfortable enough with them to stay in your house.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I am tired of this bullshit. Like, well, it's not really serious. I'm like, well, if your husband was doing that with somebody, it'd be really fucking serious. So stop belittling it. Is that fair?
That is so fair.
Stop living in this fake bullshit world where you're co-signing your own shit. If you're not comfortable with somebody spending the night with you, they should not be inside you, or you should not be inside them. Like, let's just stop bullshitting.
I've heard people that are like, I don't want him to stay here because, like...
Because what?
When they say that, I picture in my head, I'm like, what, because they're going to steal your shit?
Like, who are you
fucking? What are they going to do?
Like, literally.
They're going to sleep? I don't like to sleep with other people. I like my space when I sleep. And I'm like, well, then I don't know why you're dating. Does he know that you have no intent to him forever, like ever?
His kids come first.
My daughter comes and sleeps with me in the middle of the night.
Dude, we hear that a lot.
I hear it all the time.
I'm like, well, this is going to be awkward for her.
I sleep naked. Sorry.
Yeah.
You might want to give her a heads up.
Jesus.
Anyway.
That would be horrible.
That's true. That's it. That's number 8.
If you're getting ready to bang it out,
if you want to get lucky,
I will post this list. Be kind to each other about it. It's hard. Not everybody is just wanting to go bang it out. There's a lot of people that want to have a meaningful time with somebody. Even if it's not a long-term relationship, they still want it to be enjoyable for both people. And it's like anything. I used to joke with a guy. We went riding motorcycles, and he rode so fast, and he's like, I just let him go because, like, I'm not, I'd ride fast sometimes, and I got there. He's like, oh, man, what took you so long? I go, for somebody who likes riding bikes, you sure want to get off of it really quick. So it's kind of like sex. If you spend all this time working on it, you do all this stuff just to hurry up and get done with it. Like, enjoy every fucking inch of them. Right. You know what I mean? And like really enjoy it. And you'd be surprised at how much easier it gets because you're not, like, I couldn't imagine having sex for somebody the first time and just having to rush in and rush out. Like, that wouldn't make me very comfortable.
No.
You know what I mean? Like that.
No. Appreciate their body.
Well, and let them appreciate you.
Yes. But yeah, both ways. That is how you build comfortability and confidence and intimacy greater than sex.
Yeah. And make a little note for them, gentlemen, and just say, hey, where do you want me to make a deposit?
Where would you like me to
make a deposit? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's important. I mean, like, you have to have that kind of, you can't be mad because in the moment, not to be a dick, it isn't like he can stop. No. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Like, all exits open, no wait. So, all right, everybody. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Don't forget, if you want to order any of our gnome butt plugs, it's 234-200-5949. We're going to have them up on our Etsy page.
Regular and adventure.
Yeah, this one's a little more adventure. And if that one's regular, Jesus. You're doing some damage, people. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Be nice to each other. Bye.
Bye.